I can rephrase the question in a way that might make it more. What would you say to someone listening, a person in Gosport who's saying, Charlie, I've tried it, it's too hard, I'm going to give up? Or you say that to me, I'm going, oh God, it's too hard, I can't do this.
Well, I'm a big fan of pushing through stuff. Here's the way I look at it. We've all had little moments in life where it's gone pear-shaped, without doubt. Every single person, it can be professionally, it can be personally, it doesn't matter, or there's a lot of stress. You go through things, you hit projects, and they're a nightmare. But if you just push through, you get to the end, and you get this thing called secondary fun, right? Which is that was really hard, but I really enjoyed it, right? And it's that sort of thing. And I've always been a fan of, you can't let it beat you. Right, it doesn't matter what, and yes, you get financial constraints and you got all that sort of stuff, and you have to compromise and you make choices. But honestly, and it's a silly, my big phrase, and I say it to everybody, whether it be when I'm teaching or whether, is it'll be fine, and that's only because every single pothole, there's a nice popular word at the moment. Every single large pothole that I've hit in my life, I've looked back. And it's usually been a moment which has made a difference, a positive difference in my life. Not that moment, but everything that subsequently happens after it has been more fulfilling, more enlightening, more interesting, you know. So I would say to anyone, when you're struggling, talk to people. Definitely talk to people, because everyone else has got ideas, you know what I mean? So use people, but keep your eye on the prize, and just believe it will happen. And then you look back and you go, that was a lot of fun. Probably wasn't at the time, but you know what I mean? And just keeping that secondary fun thing in there.
I can definitely relate to that, where cameras are going wrong and you start to think, you start to get stressed out about the stuff. And I really hear what you're saying there, and try and live by that as well, which is, I have a phrase that someone who I really inspired by says is, what challenges you changes you.
Yeah.
And so if you want to change, if you want to grow, you're going to need to challenge yourself. You're going to need to put yourself into that thing. And it's not comfortable. It's not easy.
No, it's not supposed to be easy. And I think this idea, it's all the cliches, and learn by your mistakes. Exactly. Yeah, you know, nobody invented anything by getting it right first time. and it's, so all these cliches, unfortunately, are true. But it's hard at a time when it's hitting the fan. And you're going, I can't do this anymore, and you've got too much coming at you. I'd suggest when you get to that, is try and pick the what you call the easy wins. Find stuff that make you feel good. At that moment in time, a little thing called ACEs that my partner was telling me about.
Tell us.
That's about achievement, connection, and enjoyment. So these are the things, when things are going wrong, ACEs, pull out your ACEs. What have you achieved? What are your connections? Who you chat? What's your network like? And what do you enjoy? And just think of them. And it sort of does get you back, looking back and go, well, that worked. We'll finish this. You'll look at the footage. And when it's all done, it'll be nice and tidy and clean. And you'll go, and I know the hassle we'd had over the last half an hour, but you'll get to the end, and it'll be brilliant. Right? So you got to push through, I think. And so resilience is one of all those lovely words.
Oh yeah, that sounds like something my kids learn about at primary school.
Yeah, you can't tell that.
Primary school all the time.
No, you can't tell kids that stuff. They're not interested in that. It's hard. It is hard to, particularly with young people who are facing all sorts of stuff going on, the big wide world, to sort of say to them, look, it'll be all right. Yeah, it will be all right. And that's a hard thing because there's no proof until they do it.
Yeah, you got to keep the faith. You got to just keep on going.